You know that feeling, that absolute stomach drop. One second you're looking at years of photos, the next your phone is just dead or it's
Yeah.
stuck rebooting.
Yeah.
Or maybe you got that shiny new phone and, uh-oh, moving all your WhatsApp history seems impossible.
Yeah, that panic. It's less about the phone itself, more about feeling locked out of your own digital life, isn't it? Walled off by the software.
Exactly. And today we're doing a deep dive into something built to, well, break down those walls, the Dr.Fone software toolkit.
Right.
That feeling of helplessness is really why tools like this even exist. And for this dive, we're looking at info straight from the developers, Shenzhen Wondershare software, plus a pretty detailed independent review from
We
2025.
want to get past just it recovers files. We need to see what this whole system really is. Yeah, how it works as this sort of essential third-party fix in a world where Apple and Google kind of lock things down. All right, so our mission today, unpack what this toolkit actually does, feature by feature, figure out who's behind it, Wondershare, right? And maybe the trickiest part, understand how they sell it. It's complicated. It really is. It's powerful software, sure, but you need to know what you're getting into technically and financially.
Okay, let's unpack this. Starting with its main job,
Yeah.
its sort of core identity, the first responder role.
Right. So while it's grown into this huge collection of tools, fundamentally, Dr.Fone is defined as a mobile device management and data recovery toolkit. Recovery is the heart of it. That's where it started.
And recovery here isn't just like finding a deleted file in the recycle bin. We're talking about data that seems gone, maybe after a system update went wrong or you just accidentally swiped delete on something.
Exactly. That fear that, years of messages or those baby photos you meant to back up are just poof, gone forever. Dr.Fone claims it can go into that digital void and pull things back.
It sounds almost like digital forensics.
It kind of is. They're specific about what it targets. It goes beyond basic undelete stuff. It scans really deep for data fragments.
Yeah.
We're talking photos, videos, yeah, but also contacts, individual messages, call logs, audio files. It's trying to piece your digital life back together from the scraps.
And the places it looks.
Yeah.
That's interesting, too. It's not just on the phone itself.
No, and that's key. It works on live Android and iOS devices, obviously, but it can also apparently extract data from backups, specifically iTunes and iCloud backup.
Wait, really? So even if my phone is smashed to bits, if I have an old iTunes backup on my laptop?
Potentially, yes. The software aims to get into that archived backup file, bypass the usual locks, and pull out usable data. It's leveraging, like, every digital footprint you might have left.
Wow. Okay, so recovery is the foundation. But you said it's way more than that now.
Mm-hmm.
Here's where it gets really interesting. This isn't just a recovery tool. It's like a diagnostic and utility center, almost like taking back control from the manufacturer.
Exactly. It shifts you from being just a victim of your phone failing to someone who can actively manage it. So beyond recovery, you've got the phone management tools.
What does that cover?
Think about switching phones, especially, say, iPhone to Android or vice versa. That can be a real headache, right?
Us. Tell me about it.
Yes.
Getting contacts and photos across.
Right. So these tools let you transfer data, photos, videos, contacts between devices, kind of bypassing the standard, often clunky methods. It also does backups and restores. It's about keeping things running smoothly, not just fixing emergencies.
Okay, that's practical. But then there's the system repair part. That sounds more serious.
Yeah.
Like when the phone itself is just broken software-wise.
Yeah, this tackles the software meltdowns. You mentioned boot loops earlier, where the phone just restarts and restarts.
Endlessly, yeah. Or just a black screen, frozen solid.
Exactly. This module claims it can fix those kinds of common but super frustrating Android and iOS problems. And the key thing the sources highlight is that you supposedly don't need to be a tech genius to do it.
Ah. So it lowers the barrier. You don't necessarily have to send it away for weight and pay a fortune.
Mhm.
That's the idea. Making complex repairs accessible. Which kind of leads into the next big one, screen unlock. We've all forgotten a password at some point.
Oh, yeah.
Or had a kid lock you out permanently.
Right. So this feature is designed to help you bypass locks, passwords, PINs, even things like Face ID on both Android and iOS.
Hold on. It can bypass Face ID? And PINs. How does
Yeah.
that even work? Isn't that a security issue?
Well, it's definitely a technical gray area. The sources suggest it works by exploiting known vulnerabilities in the operating systems, ways to access the core data or reset the lock without needing the original credential.
So Dr.Fone is basically packaging up known system exploits.
Well, essentially, yes. They frame it as a tool for the legitimate owner who's locked out. But yeah, it definitely highlights this constant battle between manufacturers trying to lock things down and third parties finding ways around those locks. It really makes you question who truly controls the device, doesn't it?
It absolutely does.
Okay.
Okay, so recovery, management, system repair, screen unlock. What else is in this toolkit? It seems huge.
It is pretty comprehensive. There are other utilities mentioned too. Things like permanently erasing data.
Oh, like for securely wiping a phone before you sell.
Exactly. Making sure data is gone for good, so even tools like Dr.Fone can't get it back. Privacy focused.
That makes sense.
And then there's a tool specifically for transferring WhatsApp chats between different phones.
Ah, yes. That's notoriously difficult, especially between iPhone and Android.
It really is because of how the data is stored. So Dr.Fone acts as the go-between to solve that specific, very common headache.
And they're even added newer tech, right? Something about AI.
Yeah, the review mentioned a feature for enhancing image quality using AI, which is interesting.
Yep.
It suggests they're moving beyond just rescue into managing the quality of the data we keep, blending utility with, modern AI trends.
Wow. It really is a sprawling suite of tools.
It is.
Yeah.
And that sheer number of functions, from fixing boot loops to migrating chats, well, it explains why the way they sell it is also pretty complex.
Right. Let's get into the business model. This isn't free software.
Definitely not. Dr.Fone is a commercial product from Wondershare, and it uses that classic freemium model.
Freemium. Okay, so you can download something for free, but the good stuff costs money. How does that work here?
Well, the free version, or the trial, often just acts as a scanner, a diagnostic. You can download it, run a scan, and it might say, "Good news, we found your 500 deleted photos." But if you actually want to save those photos...
You have to pay up.
Exactly. To actually recover the data or repair the system or unlock the screen, you need to buy a license. The free version shows you it can be done, but doesn't do it.
Okay, that's a common tactic, but good to know.
Yeah.
So when you do decide to pay, what are the options? You mentioned it was complicated.
Yeah, they use a modular pricing system, which means you don't necessarily have to buy everything.
So you can pick and choose. Like, if I only need the data recovery part.
Precisely. You could buy a license just for data recovery or just for screen unlock if that's the only problem you have right now.
That offers flexibility, I guess. But also sounds confusing.
It can be, which is why the sources say a common option is just buying the full toolkit. That gives you access to everything: recovery, management, repair, unlock, all the utilities under one license.
The all-you-can-eat option? Probably simpler, but maybe more expensive up front.
Generally, yes. And the cost itself isn't fixed either. Whether you buy a single module or the full toolkit, the price varies quite a bit.
Based on what?
Several things. First, which operating system you're running the software on there are usually different licenses for Windows and Mac.
Okay, platform matters.
Second, the duration. You can often choose between like a monthly subscription, a yearly one, or sometimes a lifetime license, which means you pay once for ongoing use.
Right, subscription versus perpetual.
And third, the number of mobile devices the license covers. Are you just fixing your one phone, or do you need it for, say, 5 family devices?
Wow. Okay, Windows or Mac, duration, number of devices.
Yeah.
You really need to figure out exactly what you need before you click buy. It's not straightforward.
Not at all. It's tailored, but complex.
So what does this all mean? Taking a step back from our deep dive, Dr.Fone isn't just a simple file recovery program. It's more like a digital Swiss Army knife, right?
That's a good way to put it.
Designed to tackle a whole range of common, really stressful phone problems. And crucially, it often works by deliberately getting around the limits the manufacturers put in place.
Yeah, it positions itself almost as a tool for digital independence.
Yeah.
That 2025 review we looked at called it the best tool for phone data recovery and transfer.
And not just because it finds files, but because it's so broad.
Exactly. Because it handles so many different types of problems across both Android and iOS, and the software itself runs on both Windows and Mac. It covers pretty much the whole ecosystem most people live in.
It really is comprehensive.
Which leads us to a final thought for you, the listener. When you think about everything these tools can do, repairing core system files, recovering deeply deleted data, bypassing screen locks,
Yeah.
if third-party software like this can provide such powerful keys to unlock the digital lives stored on our phones, what does that tell us about how much control the manufacturers really have? Or maybe how much control we think they have versus the reality? Makes you wonder, doesn't it?